You've made it to standard 3, which is displaying your artwork. So the first thing you're going to want to do is either follow along with me by pausing and doing with the video, or by having me take up half your screen and then doing on the other half of the screen. It's totally up to you, but I'm going to switch my view. Okay, you need to go to our classroom page and you scroll all the way to the bottom of that page and you will see something that says Art Portfolio Documenting Learning. If you click into there, you will find your studio portfolio or your student portfolio template, and then it's titled your name. You want to go ahead and open that up. And then remember, it takes a while for that to load. So now's a good time to pause and wait for it to load so that you can catch up. Seriously, hit your pause button. Okay, so you've had everything load. First thing to remember is this first page. This is where you're going to see, here, let me zoom back out. This is where you're going to see teacher feedback and teacher grades located beyond what you'll see in Infinite Campus with comments. And then we're at standard 3, where you're going to want to go ahead and go to the zoom, and I like 200%, and then scroll it so you can see it. I want you right now to pause your video, and I want you to take time to carefully read the rubric. Okay, if you didn't pause, you've made a mistake, because you're about to engage in a piece of learning that you haven't done in art before, and you have no idea how you're going to be graded. So seriously, take a moment and read the rubric. Okay, so you've either taken my advice or not taken my advice. Here's what you need to know. You need to make sure that the display of the artwork has very purposeful intent to increase the aesthetic of the piece that you make. So the quality of the artwork can go up or down based on display choice. You want your viewer to engage with your artwork, so you need to put it in a place that is attractive for the art piece itself, including maybe the backdrop needs to be a different color based on your display choice. You use me as an artistic resource. If you want display X, then you should be engaging with me, asking me what options are available based on what I have available to help create the display that you're wanting. But you are guiding your own learning. I am not asking you what your purpose is. I am not asking you questions that guide, well, what do you think you should do for display? Everything that we are engaged in is you know what you want, and I am a means to help you create that look. So, increasing viewer interest, the display enhances the artwork, and you're using the teacher as an artistic resource. Most of you will not be able to do all that, so it was important that you read the rubric to figure out what's the most important bit based on the type of grade that you want. From there, you need to know where we have for display options. So let's pause and I'll go show you. All right, choice number 1 are these display cases. They are right by this door that goes out to the back on the west side of the building. Students often think, well, students don't walk down this hallway. I don't want to display it there. No one will see it. Something to keep in mind is the administrators have meetings in our building. So who is going to see it? Every principal in the district. Every administrator at the central office, every board member. I mean, if you want the superintendent of schools to see your artwork, this is where it has to go. This is also probably where you're going to get the most feedback. It's first come, first serve. Some tips to know about these display cases is that they handle 2D or 3D display. They are about 1.5 feet deep, and then these shelves can be moved up and down. The moving of shelves needs to be done with instructor help, because the last thing you need is a bill for a piece of glass because you broke it. And then there are also different heights, so we can really handle pretty large artwork in this display area. Let's go see some more. All right, your second option are these window wells just along where you come in from the front doors. This is great for 2D or 3D art, but it's really pretty short. I would say you have about an 8-inch space. However, it is very tall. Something to keep in mind is the sun is going to come through your art piece. That could be good or it could be bad. You're also going to get wind movement in this space because you have air coming up right here. Again, that could be good or bad, but keep in mind, you really have to tape things down if you're not wanting him to move, and even then, it's probably going to move around. Also, this is very open to student access. Again, could be good or could be bad, but that choice is up to you. Let's see some more options. All right, next we have this big display behind me. This display can handle really large artwork. It's also really wide. It's about 2 feet wide, and it can handle pieces up to 36 inches tall. It's designed for large scale artwork and for artwork that you view all the way around because it is open to the other side. So you have to decide, is that a good thing or a bad thing for audiences to see the back of your artwork? We also have this big wall here that can be used. Again, that is open for students. And then this little alcove can be used, but again, that's open to students. Let's go see your last or second to last option. Your next option is also right by the front door, and that's these black walls. You can use the foot-by-foot space that I have segmented out, or you can take up more than that. But keep in mind, your art piece is going to really be affected by the other pieces around it. So you want to be conscious of that when you're putting your artwork on display. Okay, I am right now opposite the big curved wall on the first floor. This is a great location for hanging artwork. We have hooks that allow it to hang from right there. The secret to not getting an 8th grade boy, oops, can't see me yet, jumping up at your artwork is to give them no place to land. So it's less likely to have students interfere with it. Also, down in the corner, we've had great success as well, but something to keep in mind is this is open to the student population. So it's kind of up to you how you want to display it and how you want to make it look. We've also had students display within these squares. Again, you are going to be subject to light coming through, and your shelf space here is only about 4 inches wide. I am open to any other location in the building that you come up with, so make sure to talk with me if you think there is a better location for your artwork that is going to increase audience engagement or interaction or viewing, or is just going to make the artwork look better. All of those things that you consider increase your grade. So it's like the lane dance and me are the theme of the videos, I guess. Let's go in and talk about different options you have for actual backdrops. Okay, lastly, we do have colored paper available, but keep in mind, everybody's project goes on display. So if your project is as big as this calculator, you don't get to have this much space around your calculator. You know, you get to have like this much space around your calculator. But there are color papers available for you here. I have all sorts of different tools to allow you to hang things or display things in an unusual way, different types of tape. All of those things you need to be asking for and interacting with me with. You know, if you're wanting your piece to move, that's a great thing to ask for teacher engagement with. Okay, once you have figured out where you want to put your piece on display, it's time to share your plan with me. You will execute your plan, but you are also going to need to put your name and a QR code with your project, and we're going to get to that in the next video.